Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Escaping Carcosa Offline. I am Michaël, your GM. I use she, her pronouns, and as always, we will go around and introduce our wonderful cast and friends here. Starting with Dre.
Hey, I'm Dre. My pronouns are they, them. I can usually be found GMing the Pathfinder actual play podcast Bad Heroes, but today I'm playing Fable, she, they. And I just noticed in my notes here it says Fable is a 6-year-old parkour, and that can't be, so that's impossible. But Fable is an adult, I'm fairly sure. Fable is a penetration tester, is hired by companies to get into places that she should not be. Hopefully she will get to do that today. I can be found at Dre Silvertooth on Twitter.
And next up, Fable.
Hi, my name's Fable. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Noor, who is definitely getting into more trouble than I think she was assuming, but is definitely intrigued as to where this is going. Also might make a few bad decisions today depending on if her curiosity gets the better of her. So let's hope it doesn't. And you can find me on Twitter at Fadimo, so just add 4 A's to the end of my name. And then also on TikTok at Fadimo Reacts.
Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I play Guy Jury. We both use he, him pronouns. Guy is a private investigator / occult investigator, at least that's what he calls himself. And you can find me on Twitter at Jack_True. That's at JAK_True, all lowercase.
And Tenzin.
Hi, I'm Tenzin, and you can find me on Twitter at Tenzin Days. I play Mauve, and we are both they, them, and we are an enigmatic, artistic, sensual vision. And I hope that you can withstand the beauty that you will be graced with tonight.
The beauty of screams inside of your gallery, right?
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
You leave Gail alone.
She can't. It's her job.
I'm never getting emotionally attached ever again.
Gail just saw an insect. It's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. It was just a weird, creepy crawly on the painting.
We're okay.
It was just a spider. I mean, I'd scream if I saw a spider. So.
We're okay.
Fair. So last time, Mauve has been having quite the exciting date. The remainder of our investigators, on the other hand, have also been having an exciting time themselves. Everyone got a chance to check in briefly on Smiley's stream and noted that a few things did seem different, with Smiley and otherwise included. Fable got to catch up with her mom and see how the workday and orientation had gone at the hospital, and even got to pocket listen in on an interesting interaction during Sia's elevator ride. And Guy and Noor tried running some diagnostics on the extra headset they had, and everything was fine, of course, just a normal afternoon of watching hands and the like pushing their way out of computer monitors. Nothing weird going on there. And we have some questions for our investigators, as always. So, Mauve, do you have any plans for your next big art performance?
My mind is always going a mile a minute, so I always have the next project in mind. The last one was very, it was about conservatorship, but the next one will be about capitalism, and I will do a lot of dollar bill burning. That will be quite a statement to make. Definitely.
Guy, are there any conspiracies you've actually proven?
There's a conspiracy I've proven wrong quite extensively, and that is that all high-end politicians are lizard people. Unfortunately, they are real people just doing horrible, horrible things, and it is our natural reaction to try and dehumanize them, but they are real people, and you should always remember that, and treat them as such. I.e., tell them to fuck off whenever you can.
It's really good. It's really good.
Very good. And Fable, have you ever had any issues with your sneaky gear not being so sneaky or working properly?
Well, I now have like a crowbar and other tools that are all made of really dense plastic. But once upon a time, I had a metal set. And what that meant is that when I took my jacket off, it would go clang, 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 clang. Or if I bumped into something, it would go clang, 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 clang. Or if there was a metal detector, it would go clang, 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 clang. Actually, it would go beep, 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 beep. Beep.
You know, that's something I didn't think about. I guess that is a little counterproductive to have metal objects and the like going through metal detectors, but trying to be sneaky.
Now they are really sick, metal-looking plastic.
So they just look like metal. I like that.
They just look, they're super tough. I'm not sure what that is, but it's, what year is it? 2055? It exists. It's a thing, I'm sure.
Very nice. And Noor, knowing what you know about some of Toe Jam's goals, how do you plan to continue to contribute?
I think my first goal would be trying to understand exactly what Toe Jam is trying to accomplish, which probably includes talking to the Toad whenever that happens. But hey, I have a pretty solid background in hardware and in software, so if they need extra hands at looking at a problem, pretty good at solving those. Even if it means that I literally live off of coffee for a couple days.
We rewind just a wee bit from our investigators over at Noor's house and return to this date that Mauve was enjoying with Gale before they took a tumble in the art gallery, and Gale was left screaming on the floor beside this painting that had fallen over. Gale kind of shimmies backwards from the painting still on the floor after collecting himself to a bit and is staring at you bug-eyed.
Are you okay?
That's, it's summer. That's kind of this is a bit much for maybe this would be more fitting for a Halloween exhibit.
I don't know what's happening today, but as long as you're okay, here, let me help you up. And Mauve, reaches out their hand to pick up Gale.
And you go to grab Gale, and Gale reaches a hand back out at you. And his other hand is still placed on the ground where he'd scooted away. And it's seems like when you go to tug him, his hand is stuck.
Ooh, here, let me grab your other hand.
Like you're feeling a resistance.
I go for the other hand as well.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me a strength.
Okay.
Are you gonna rip Gale's hand off?
I would never.
Why would you even say
Hey,
that? Why would you
anything's
put that
possible.
in the universe?
We're gonna roll a strength. Okay, well that's basically a pass because it's much below a 65, so it's an 11.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, that's a great pass.
Yeah.
You actually do rip his hand off.
No.
So it takes a little extra gumption, and you kind of tuck both of your arms under him this time instead of just pulling by the one arm, and kind of give him, a little bit of a lift, right? And there's still a resistance there, but he does eventually come up off of the floor and kind of fumbles into you with his arms wrapped and draped around you at this point. It's like, whoa, okay, this is a weird day, but I've had plenty of weird days. This is fine. And Mauve, if you would also give me a listen.
Oh, sure, okay. Okay, that's a failure, big failure.
So Gale has kind of brushed himself off. He's like, I'm sorry, and kind of backs away from you a little bit, and is like, do you know who's running this? The painting was, you weren't screaming, so I guess maybe you already knew about the exhibit. It's your job, right? But it's a little uncanny, don't you think?
It's definitely not something I have been notified about. There's always something new happening every time, so it's hard to keep up.
Oh, that's fair. Let me go fix. I knocked over, and Gale shuffles over to the painting he knocked over and picks it up, and stares at it a little bit longer than a normal person would, and then sets it down.
Oh, what are you looking at?
Well, I mean, that was the, and he kind of holds it open across his arm. This is the painting I was talking about, the weird one. You don't hear that? You didn't see?
Sorry, what is it that I'm supposed to hear?
Maybe I'm just tired. It's been a long week.
No. Please tell me. I would love to know your input on this piece.
It sounded like, I don't know, I could have sworn when I fell alongside it, I heard like whispering.
Oh.
And like some scratching noises. But it might have just been it shuffling against the flooring.
Okay. And I look at the piece. Is there anything like I look at the piece? Does it give me anything?
Go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
Okay, spot hidden. It's an 11.
As far as you see, everything around you, all the paintings have a similar theme. So, if you remember from the beginning of the date, the exhibit was labeled the yellow sign. So all of the paintings have some sort of yellow kind of reconnaissance to them, some shading, some are more diluted than others, brighter than others. It kind of just depends. So you're staring at this painting that Gale has just pointed out to you and was kind of propping back up on to the easel it had been sitting on. And you notice that it looks like for a moment the painting is swirling. But it's only when you look at it at just the right angle. And then it stops.
Oh, well, that's quite interesting. I definitely know all about optical illusions, so I will study that painting in a different angle.
And when you look at it at certain angles, it moves again and spins, almost like a... you know those toys that have kind of the glitter in them? You know, it's like a kind of fluid that's an oil-based fluid, and you shake it up, and it has the glitter and the sparkles, and it kind of creates like a vortex-looking image almost within the glitter. That's kind of what this painting is doing. So at the right angle, you see kind of like a spinning in the center of the painting, and then it stops when you turn from a different direction.
So I reach over to Gale and I say, do you see this piece? It is exquisite. It reaches out to me in a very third-dimensional aspect. Do you see that?
I don't see that, but I heard that. Sure.
Wait, you heard it? I'm only seeing some optical illusions, but what do you mean by heard?
Well, the whispering, the noises, the scratching.
Oh, okay. What is this whisper telling you?
I can't make it out. It's just kind of mumbles. But maybe it's like I don't know. You said you're used to pieces with optical illusions? Maybe the artist went one step further and it's like a 2D piece? You know those rides where they like splash water on you and you hear the noises in your headset? So it's like,
Oh, darling, such things do not exist.
But
we just have the visual aspect. If you want to feel something third-dimensional, we should go into the sculptures department. But right now, there's absolutely no sounds coming from this.
No, you all don't have like a speaker set up in here that maybe...
No.
Well, let's... Here, is there usually anywhere that you have like information on the exhibit when you all bring in new pieces?
You know what? Let me find my manager. He is very well versed in all the pieces that are displayed here.
Are you speaking of Xavier?
Yes, I am looking for Xavier, and I'm looking around the room. Hopefully he's around there. If not, I will go to the next room.
Sure. Do you bring Gale with you, or do you just leave Gale waiting?
Yes, of course. No, I'll bring Gale.
So Gale follows behind you like a lost puppy, kind of just taking your lead. He's like, yeah, sure, we'll find the manager, and then you can teach me about the cool art things and why the painting was whispering. Definitely. Yep.
Yes.
There are a few places you would know that you could find Xavier either meandering around this general area. He might be in his office, or he might be at the front desk. That said, you did not see him at the front desk when you came in.
Oh, okay, then his office.
So his office is not too far down from where your gallery generally kind of sets up shop. So you make it there not too quickly. Usually if he's in, he keeps the door slightly open. The door is completely shut right now, but the light is on.
I will knock.
You give the door a slight knock, and you don't hear a response.
Hello, Xavier. It's me, Mauve. Are you available right now?
You still don't hear a response. You do hear some shuffling.
Oh, okay. Well, I jiggle the doorknob and see if I can loosen it open.
The doorknob, as you jiggle it, the light in the room goes off. But the door does open.
The door does open?
It wasn't locked.
Okay, so I will open it and I will look inside to see if my friend Xavier is in there.
And you have the light pouring out from the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of see general silhouettes and shadows within the room, but you don't see anyone in there. You just see the desk. The computer is on and illuminating the back of the wall.
Hello? Xavier, are you in here?
Go ahead and roll me a listen.
That is an 83 over my 30.
Have you stepped inside of the room at this point, or are you just kind of peeking around?
I have definitely put a foot in.
So you're kind of looking around, you're calling out for Xavier, you notice the illumination on the computer. There's still no sign of Xavier, or anyone for that matter, but you are certain you saw the light go off, and you're certain you heard some shuffling. And all of a sudden, you feel like there's someone breathing right behind the doorway.
And it is probably not Gail, I'm guessing.
Nope, Gail's behind you. You've stepped in partially to the door jamb, so this would imply that there's someone hiding behind the door. Like when you're a kid and you're playing hide and seek, you think the door is a good place to hide.
You know what? I am not a fan of these pranks, so I will going towards wherever the breath is coming from with my elbow. I'm just gonna elbow into the darkness that's behind me where the breath is coming from.
Gotcha. So it'd be kind of adjacent to you, so you would actually be slamming your elbow into the door.
Sure.
So you take your elbow and you kind of wail it into the doorway. And the door jamb, it swings back and you hear a thud that doesn't sound like it hit the wall. This is like a body thud. And you hear a little, like a grunt. And while you're taking care of that, Guy, Noor, Fable, you're still, I believe you were still in the living room or on your way to the room because you had heard the smashing of the computer monitors.
Yeah, Fable had just finished sending a message to Ryan using the postmaster.
That's right.
And had just finished that note up when she heard smashing from the other room.
So you hear the smashing and you are torn because the same time you start hearing the smashing, you get a notification pop up on your phone. And it gives you a notification that says, message, save to drafts.
The fuck you mean save to drafts? Send!
And you get kind of a little image of the postmaster on your screen, and you see some hands that are really long come out and grab what looks like an icon of the envelope. And it says, message, saved to drafts. And it drops it into the draft box again. Limit exceeded.
What the fuck? And then I hear smashing in the other room.
Correct.
Okay, I don't look up from my phone, but I do walk backwards into the other room and kick the door open. The fuck does it mean, drafts?
So Fables kicks open the door, not facing you all. To Guy, you smashing the screens. Noor, you've started to take off your headset before Guy gets to the last monitor, and you all are standing in front of, I don't think Fable can see it yet, this third screen that has these hands kind of pushing their way through as if the computer screen was just, some nice squishy putty.
What do the hands look like? Are they covered in like binary? Are they like the same blue that you?
It's the color of the screen, yeah. So it just looks like they're coming from the inside of the screen out and kind of pushing their way through. So you're kind of seeing a few pop up, a few are sliding around the screen. Some are pushing through a little bit more than others.
Oh, they're not two hands. They're like multiple hands.
Are you guys screaming? Is anyone screaming?
Noor's definitely. Well, originally Noor was screaming at Guy to stop
Is
smashing
anybody
her monitors.
Yeah, but I believe Noor was in the process of like tackling Guy.
Yes, actually, you're right. I was trying to tackle Guy to get him to stop smashing the last monitor. Because before I'd seen the hands, I was like, "Don't destroy my setup."
Yeah, you hadn't quite, I don't think, taken in your surroundings. You just kind of went after Guy.
Nope, I was in a headset, so I don't know. I didn't know what was happening.
So Noor has tackled Guy to the ground, and Fable looks up and sees Guy holding a mace. Noor tackled Guy to the ground, 2 smashed monitors, and then the remaining monitors has a number of hands trying to break out of the monitor. And my phone has a little Postmaster General putting my message to my partner in drafts over and over again.
Sounds about right.
Y'all really need me out there.
Yeah, we don't know what to do without you. Please come back.
No, you can fight me after we deal with that. And that Guy points up from the ground at the screen.
Noor turns around and looks at the screen, and I think just actually screams out of frustration and fear at the same time, and lets Guy go. And I think I'm gonna try to turn the screen. I'm gonna try to like turn off the entire like PC from under the desk.
Okay. So like a cold restart, like where you just shut down.
Yeah, just like shut it down or like unplug, like just whatever Noor knows is the fastest way to turn a computer off. Is she's gonna try to do that.
Okay, great. Go ahead and roll me a computer use.
My computer use is a 35 and mine was a 27, so I succeeded.
Pretty straightforward, right? Like you're pushing a button on your computer.
Yep.
It's fine. Your computers are mashed up, but it should not actually be interfering with the ability to mess with your computer tower.
Yes. It is a little scary for Noor to go towards the hands. She just definitely forget that part for a little bit.
So is the main PC component, is it kind of under your third monitor then? Under your desk?
I think it's probably to the right of all of my monitors. Just because it's pretty and it's lit up and stuff. Okay. So it's on my desk, so it's just to the right.
So as you reach over to turn off the computer set, one of the hands is trying really hard to reach out towards you. And you're noticing it going past the threshold of the monitor at this point. It's a pushing out towards the base of the monitor. But you click it, and the screen goes blank for a while. And then it lights back up.
Are the hands still pushing out of it when it lights back up?
It looks like the hands are gone.
I don't like that tone. It looks
I don't like that. It looks
like the hands
are
gone.
The hands are gone.
dot.
The hands are gone.
If there is time to have done so, Guy will be back on his feet and head straight for the third monitor with mace raised.
I don't even stop him. I just don't stop him.
I think Fable will try to stop him. And just give it a second to try to look. So Fable is going to grab Guy by the shoulders. Would you fight immediately if Fable's hey, wait, just look. Just
probably reactionarily he'd pull away from you, but then turn back. It's what the fuck? We've got to destroy this thing before it comes into our world and kills us all.
Fable has leaned back on one foot and is poised to kick the monitor. Just give it a second. And she wants to see if it shows anything useful before they.
I'm gonna start recording with my glasses whatever happens to the screen, so that we just have a visual record of it.
The monitor had lit back up, and you're back onto the blue screen when it initially crashed. And in big letters, you just see and then it shuts back off.
Well, that was rude.
And it's completely off now. Okay.
Yep, your monitors are off. The other two are, kind of doing that weird you'd seen when it had come back on when you smash a TV screen or a monitor, right? But they're all black now. Your computer is off. You don't hear the whirring of any of the systems running or anything like that.
Noor unplugs the last monitor, like just goes in the back and unplugs it so that it's not connected to any power. Like carefully, still afraid of the ha 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 in the hands.
Remember the thing where I was like, screens are dangerous and a room full of them is really dangerous? Remember the
This
thing?
isn't a room full of them. This is a room with 3 of them.
That's a lot. I think you just...
Not anymore, it's not.
Yeah, we have. Listen, you did a smart thing, but that doesn't mean I necessarily appreciate it in this moment in time. But also, thank you.
I appreciate that. No problem.
Fable tries to send the draft again.
Same thing. And then it says, daily limit exceeded
Son of
for this individual.
a bitch.
You get like an automated message.
I'm assuming none of y'all have seen screens that were actively laughing at you.
I saw a face in my screen, like a couple, like my old phone that I gave away that I don't have anymore for that reason, and also my computer screen. Mauve and I went to my place to look after Ryan after the beginning of the whole everyone in Carcosa is stuck in the game thing, and my computer was full of faces then, too. So not a ha ha ha, but like the spirit of the thing.
I try not to look at screens generally, and I think my phone is too old for even ancient creatures to be able to hack into it. So I think I'm good.
Noor puts the headset back on
Okay.
because she wants to know if she can see anything through it. If the PC is shut down, the monitor is no longer connected to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case just because she's her curiosity will kill her.
Do you have a sticky note in your office?
Yeah, probably.
Fable writes problem on a sticky note, puts it on their chest, then picks it up and puts it on Noor's chest. You are the problem now.
At least I acknowledge it.
Sure. So Noor, you put the headset back on. It seems like the diagnostic was hooked up to the computer. So when you shut off the computer, consequently you shut off the diagnostic.
Is the headset like overly warm or anything?
Good question.
From all of the text, just because it was doing a lot and I was seeing the same text like on the headset.
I would say that there's a bit of warmth to it, but no more than when, like a computer is running
Okay.
for a while. You get like that laptop heat, on the bottom, that sort of kind
Like
of
a personal
general
heating
warmth.
pad.
Yeah. Just from being run through, electronics.
Okay. Noor also unplugs the headset. Just basically like detaches all of the technologies from each other.
Undoes all the things. That's fair.
Undoes all of the things.
It seems like everything has gone quiet. The whirring of the monitors, the computer, the headset there's no reaction from it outside of what you were able to see when the diagnostic system was going. And your poor monitors, your office, your little gaming setup is in a little bit of disarray.
Okay, how would I remember the different inputs or the command line prompts that I saw? I know in reality it's only been like less than a minute since I saw those.
Yeah. So
Like
you would
in-
probably
in
remember
game.
them to an extent. And Guy was also seeing the prompts come up on the computer. So I think between the two of you, you could piece together most of what it had said.
Yeah, Guy hands you a piece of notepaper with them written on. If you want me to read them out, the ones I wrote last time.
Yes, I also have them in my notes.
Yeah. Noor takes a picture of the the command line prompts, and sends them off to Gibbs.
Mhm.
Sends the text. Ran some diagnostics on the headset. Got some weird responses. These were just a few of them. This mean anything to you?
Good stuff.
Welcome back to the Inn of the Seven Dice, dear travelers. It's your GM Lucas. I know I'm usually trying to do like one of me, one of Wingover, but today my voice is a little sore, so we are going to, I guess throat is sore, voice is sore, doesn't make any sense, but we're going to just be using my voice today. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Ballad of the Seven Dice. Things have been pretty decent lately, actually. I've been having a lot of fun just messing around with the Patreon. A thought occurred to me a little bit ago, and I was like, you know what, the Patreon does technically have a feed on it, and there's people who are like specifically interested in Ballad of the Seven Dice, and I don't have to deal with the garbage algorithms of, you know, Blue Sky or Twitter or whatever the fuck people are using these days, and I can just kind of post what I want. I could just say what I want without being like, oh no, is this going to get flagged by the algorithm and then be hidden and no one will see it, or anything like that. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to start using Patreon as like the place to post all our stuff. So I'm posting some fun videos, I'm posting artwork, just sort of chatting, and it's honestly been refreshing because I don't have to worry about all the other garbage that goes along with it, and the people who are following Ballad are literally there to follow Ballad. So wonderful. Gives people email recommendations, all that kind of stuff of shows I like. It's rad. It's very much like your own space. I don't know why I really didn't jump on this before. Lucas, it's been like 7 or 8 years. Come on, get your head in the game. Anywho, follow us on Patreon. You can follow us for free, and most of the stuff I'm posting is under the free membership tier. So all you do, you go in there, follow for free, and then you get updates whenever I'm posting stuff. I've been posting some videos about Ballad and TTRPGs and all that kind of stuff. I've been like I just said, I posted some Rise in Your Lathotep artwork that we had posted before on social media, but that stuff just gets sort of lost in the void. So I can post it on here, and that's awesome. We can celebrate the artists who work on all this great stuff. So if anything, it's been kind of a refresher, you know, like something to kind of like boost the spirits, which has been nice because lately work and everything has just been a lot, and I've been very, very tired. So to have something to kind of give me that creative spark again has been wonderful. So follow us on Patreon is what I'm trying to say. If you would like to donate and subscribe, there is a pay what you want tier, and you have access to a ton of audio goodies and all that kind of stuff. I have numerous audio dramas on there that is for Patreon, like following 4CK or The Forging of the Bright Blade. So check that stuff out. You can comment along, chat with me on Patreon, and yeah, you don't even have to be a paid member to comment along. Anybody can comment. So if you just are enjoying Ballad, you want to see more cool stuff, then head on over there, because the more people are there and the more people are commenting, the more it inspires me to keep on keeping on. Know what I mean? Alright, enough about all that stuff. Let's hop on over, because we have been getting lovely comments over on the Spotify. So yeah, we do have a comment here from our loyal listener Katie, who said, Akihiko freaking out and having mini crisis from multiple revelations, but me? Wait, Guy has a prosthetic lighter thumb? How did I miss that? Yeah, the lighter thumb was used. Remember when Guy lit Mauve's gallery on fire? He used his lighter thumb there, and I think he uses it a few times with like lighting a cigarette and stuff. It's very like quick reference, so easy to miss. Yeah, Guy has a prosthetic thumb, which later on in the story will be revealed as to why he has that. Of course, if you would like to, go ahead, follow us along on Spotify. You can leave reviews there, 5 stars. You can comment on each individual episode, all that kind of good stuff. Like I said, seeing comments from people, we're getting comments on Patreon, comments on Spotify, and it is honestly boosting my spirits. So boost my spirits. We're on Halloween. I forgot my cursed radio, put a little bit of audio here, then I go around and click the button to stop recording this audio.
Excited about any part of the road trip?
Well, we'll get the van started.
Do you think it's like cursed or something?
Come on now.
Did you just ask me if a car is cursed?
Then we can read the postcards. I found these in the glove box of the van.
Marlon
sure
has a
it's
face of like,
nothing.
this shit's cursed.
I think they're all from your eternal light. If anybody wants to play any games, we can play Padiddle.
Let me finish shoving this Tesla off the little ledge here into a hole.
The horse's name is D'Artagnan.
Ah, Jimmy loves this town, baby!
Don't stop in this town, you'll die!
We can take turns seeing which states we see on license plates.
And you see that the whole head has just been disintegrated, falls out a similar looking worm.
Get this fucking thing off me!
And we can sing songs.
Now keep your mouth shut. Look
Well,
down.
don't tell her to keep
Hold
her mouth shut.
Hold on.
And eat snacks.
Oh, now hold on now. That is deeply unpleasant.
Oh my, what is that?
I take out my bat and I start hitting
It
it.
doesn't say don't put it in your mouth. It says don't let it in your mouth. That's what I usually do in the car, but by myself. But I can do it together now.
I'm right excited about it.
Speaking of Halloween, it is the time of creepy things. Head on over to our YouTube if you'd like. We have all sorts of goodies there. I have a lot of GM TTRPG chat stuff, but you can go over and watch all of Rise in Nyarlathotep. You can watch our Mothership series that we did, our Lancer series. All have some great horror that's in there to really keep you vibing with the Halloween theme while we keep the Eldritch horror of Mariah Carey at bay. So yeah, check that stuff out. Alright, I already feel my throat starting to get all annoying, so this has been a blast. Love chatting with you, but I gotta take off. Take care of yourselves. This is a very difficult time. Remember, if you're going out to any protests, leave your phone at home because they have means of tracking you or getting into your phone. Let people know where you're going. Cover your face if you can. Wear, COVID mask or bell clap or something. And just stay safe because these are difficult and dangerous times. Alright, dear travelers, do take care. I bid you all adieu.
Mauve, you've just heard a thud behind your boss's door and no response from your boss. You see some hands creep around the side of the door, like towards the bottom. It's like, hey, that hurt.
Oh, is somebody here?
Yeah, but it's not Xavier.
Who is it then? Show yourself.
What are you, security?
No, but I expect my boss to be here, so anybody else that's in here should not be in here. Like, that's pretty obvious, is it not?
Well, I was waiting for him, and then he didn't come back, and I was afraid I was going to get in trouble for being in here, so I figured I would just pretend I wasn't in here. Because I don't think anyone else knows I'm in here except for Xavier, but...
You're not in any trouble. Do you mind telling me who you are?
Yeah, I guess. And the person who creeps around the corner is wearing an overall type of getup. They don't look like they're part of at least the fine arts department. Maybe just like a nice casual, cozy artist, right? They kind of got disheveled, messy bun. Got some paint splatters on their face. Under the overall is a kind of like a loose t-shirt. Hi, I'm Sam. I was supposed to meet with Xavier and just, talk about some stuff about the art exhibit.
Oh, hi Sam. My name is Mauve, and this is my friend Gail. Points to Gail.
Hi Gail. Hi Mauve.
We are also looking for Xavier, but you said you have been waiting here for quite a while, is that right?
Yeah, 20 minutes or so. I guess not too long, but, when you're kind of sitting in a big office by yourself in a place that you're not super familiar with, and then someone comes banging on the door, I guess you do what I did. And they give you a very awkward smile.
Okay, and I ignore that smile, and I say, are any of the pieces out in the front yours?
Well, no, that was kind of the issue. I was hoping that some of my artwork was going to be out on the floor today, but I guess there was an issue, and it got overridden, and this exhibit was going to be out instead. I think that's actually why Xavier kind of disappeared. Something about the sponsor of the exhibit.
Sponsor, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Care to know the name at all, or have you heard anything?
I think it was Tab.
Tab.
Like maybe short for Tabitha or something? I don't know.
Tabitha. Doesn't really ring a bell. Well, in any case, I don't see the point in waiting around here any longer, so let's go look for Xavier, I guess.
Okay. Now you have 2 people following you around.
I will.
Lost puppy dogs. While Mauve diligently leads the way.
I won't go back to the front, but I will try to go, like, maybe, I don't know, where would Xavier be? Maybe, like, the bathroom, or, like, the break room, like, you know, like, hangout spots, basically.
Yeah. And you're leaving Xavier's office at this point.
Yeah.
And you hear someone actually on the phone, not far down the hall. It sounds like it's probably Xavier having a not great time. Because you hear a lot of grumbling and mumbling as opposed to Xavier's normal, calm, but maybe excitable composure. Instead, he is kind of trailing off and going back and forth with some mutterings. Oh, no, that won't do. This is not the exhibit that was supposed to be here today. I don't know who Tab is, but certainly she doesn't have more jurisdiction than I do, correct?
Oh, how interesting.
And you hear his classic shoes kind of clicking down the hall.
So, wait. So Xavier's coming down the hall, is that right?
He's a little ways down the hall, but he's not actually walking towards you. He's kind of walking across one of the hallways that crosses beyond your hall that you're in right now. So he's walking across, and yours is vertical.
I will definitely approach him, as, you know, just beeline to him.
Okay, yeah, because his pace is relatively quickened, so you kind of have to take on a little bit of a light run, I would say, almost, to catch up to him.
Yes, some speed walking, got it.
Yes, Olympic speed walking. And he sees you and furrows his brow. It's like, Mauve. Clicks on his phone to mute it. Notably, the mute button. It's like, Mauve, I'm already dealing with a lot. I don't know what shenanigans you've gotten yourself into or the museum into this time around, but I'm already dealing with other shenanigans.
Oh, okay.
Because you are running at me with quite the speed, so it can't be anything good.
No, there's nothing going on. I just wanted to check in on you and to see how you're doing.
Oh, it has been a morning. Our gallery lineup is all over the place. I don't even know if this Tab who's taken over our gallery awash with yellow.
Okay, calm down. Let me handle it. Tell me where to find this Tabitha person, and I will take care of it.
Whoever this person is, they didn't leave a contact. They have representatives.
Okay, then where do I find those representatives?
One of them was just here earlier. They've been kind of meandering and watching the exhibit with a hawk eye. Apparently, this wouldn't be the first time that they had an exhibit go up in flames. I don't know. They said that they have to monitor the exhibit to make sure everything goes exactly how Tab wants it to. So I am dealing with that too.
Okay, well, I am happy to take some load off of your shoulders, so if you could kindly direct me to the right personnel, and I will make sure that it goes smoothly.
Oh, Mauve, okay. Let me finish up this phone call, and I'll try to get you the information.
Perfect.
Xavier wraps up his phone call, still as frantic as ever. Lets the individual know on the other end that he'll return the call shortly. And turns back to you. Okay, all right. Representatives for Tab. And he's kind of picking his brain. It's like, the check-in. He's like, let's go to the front desk. I believe they had checked in.
Okay.
And we'll head over to the front desk where there is indeed a kind of like a check-in clipboard for individuals who are visiting different aspects of the museum. You see that on the clipboard there are a relatively decent list. It's the afternoon at this point. So the list on top will be from the last about hour, probably, of visitors. And you have about 25 names on the list, 5 of which have specifically listed that they are visiting the gallery. So on that list, you see a Sam, which is the individual that you found in Xavier's office. You have a Courtney, someone listed as just Pubjeki, and then you have another 2 individuals kind of somewhere in the middle of the list that had visited our exhibit, and they're listed as Theo and Andres.
Well, considering that I already know at least one of them, I will try to see where Theo and Andres have gone to.
On the form, there gives an option for, like any other museum, if you want to opt into the emails and things like that, but they've left those sections blank.
Look at Gail. And I say, are you doing okay so far? I'm so sorry that I've kind of dragged you along to this complicated situation.
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm still having a good time, and I guess I would just be sitting at home anyways. So, this is cool.
Okay, I guess that's good.
I did say I wanted to see what you did for work, right?
Honestly, this is not what I usually do. It's way more fascinating than this manhunt that I'm on.
I mean, your coworkers here are pretty fascinating, at least.
Yes, we have all kinds of...
If not a little,
Yeah. Yes, we have all kinds of interesting individuals.
Mm-hmm.
So, on the list, I guess there's no indication of, aside from the main gallery posting, there's just no way to find where they would be, right?
No, not generally, because when people come visit, they can list kind of what section of the museum they plan to visit, or what brought them here, yada, 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 but it's a relatively large museum. It's got a few floors, so realistically, the people that came to visit for one thing could have, meandered elsewhere.
So then when we entered, it was the main floor with the strange new exhibit, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's in your gallery, actually. Your art gallery that you normally tend to.
Fucking gallery.
So you've been away for a bit after the fire, and they kind of cleaned things up and kept the ball rolling, because you said you were going to be out for a little bit for your...
The only thing to do at this point is to just go right back into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do that.
And then do you go ahead and kind of bring Sam and everyone else with you?
Yes, I will. I will hold out my hand for Gail and let the others know to follow along.
Yeah. Gail goes ahead and does grab your hand and lets you lead him back to the exhibit, even though he would maybe know where it is by now. But that's neither here nor there. You all walk back to the exhibit. Everything seems as you left it, including the slightly crooked painting that you had put up. And you see someone shuffling with the painting and straightening it back on the easel. It's like, oh no, that won't do. It's got to be perfect. Has to be in his image.
I would like to approach that person and say, hey, you there, are you the artist of this piece?
No. And this individual is wearing a very nice getup, like a little suit. I am simply observing the premises to make sure that none of these lovely paintings are ruined or messed with, which it seems like one has been, but that is fine.
Oh, is that right? So, what is your name?
What is your name?
My name is Mauve. I am the curator of this very gallery.
Oh, great. My name is Theo. I'm here on behalf of the individual who helped put this all together. I'm just here to make sure things go smoothly.
Theo, dear, can you tell me what this piece may be telling us? Because I am having a bit of a difficulty trying to decipher it.
Art is always up for interpretation, right?
That's true, but I also like to know the artist's intent, because that also matters, because there's always something deeper inside the image.
That's fair. I do recall... Where did it go? There was a standee. And he kind of pulls a standee out from behind where the curtained area had been, the stage area. They've not replaced the curtains yet, unfortunately. Big curtains like that are hard to get a hold of right away. but it was kind of off to the side, and it's a blurb about the exhibit itself. So it says the yellow sign, and then at the bottom it says that it challenges individuals with the idea of worlds anew.
Fascinating. Has anybody ever spoken about hearing things from this piece of work?
I mean, I've heard plenty of compliments on it, if that's what you mean.
No, I mean actually experiencing auditorial, situations where they hear things coming from the piece of art.
No, I don't think so. That is quite odd.
I see. So, do you know where the artist is? Because I would love to meet them and get their opinion on their pieces.
I don't, unfortunately. I primarily correspond with Tab, the sponsor of this entire gallery, but I'm not sure if Tab is actually the one who made the paintings. I believe this is a collaborative exhibit from what I was told, so these paintings are made by several different artists.
Okay, so it's basically it's basically Frankenstein's monster is what you're telling me.
That's funny. Sure, Frankenstein's monster.
Well, can you direct me to this Tabitha?
Unfortunately, I cannot. Our dealings ourselves with Tabitha are anonymous.
Well, that's not very nice, considering that I am the curator of this very gallery itself. I would love to know who my contributors are.
I might be able to get some contact information for you at best, but I have never seen or met Tab in person.
How strange. All right, well, I will take anything you can give me because I really value their piece of art.
Sure. I'll see what I can do. Are you going to be around later this evening?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Well, when you get some time, meet me back here, let's say 7 p.m. or so.
All right.
And hopefully I can reach out to some of my colleagues and get some information for you.
If I can have your number in the meantime, is that all right?
Sure. And they hesitate for a moment. And they pull out a notepad and a pen, and their hands are very shaky. And they write down a number for you.
And, sorry, once again, I shall add you as, Theo, is that right?
Theo works fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Theo. I hope to hear from you at 7 p.m. tonight.
Sure thing.
I will take that, and I will showcase my, elbow out again for Gail and say, well, I'm sorry we couldn't get the answers right this moment, but I am sure that we will get it once we meet this Tabitha.
And is that to Xavier?
No, that's to Gail.
To Gail. Ah.
Yes, because Gail was like, what's all the sounds coming from the piece, so I was trying to figure out why.
So you're focusing on Gail right now, and Gail's like, oh, it's okay, really. It's been, it could be the lack of sleep. Who knows? Silly me. And Xavier's like, yes, Mauve, don't forget about me. Thank you so much for your help. Anyways, don't want to interrupt your day. Remember, you're off today.
Yes, of course, it's my off day. I would love to get on with that. Lovely to see you again, Xavier.
Will you be returning soon so mix-ups like this don't happen?
I will return as soon as I possibly can.
How is your art vision going?
It has been going perfectly, just marvelous. I would love to just tell you more about it, but it's already pretty late, so I would like to tell you later. I will see you tonight, maybe at 7 p.m. with this, Tabitha contact.
Sure, absolutely. I will. I usually like to be out before then, but I think I can make an exception. No.
Yes, I would love to know who this enigmatic and mysterious contributor is for this amazing display of art.
You and me both. This was not cleared at all, and no one told me. And you know how much I love surprises.
Yes, I definitely do.
Okay, well, anyways, have a rest of your, lovely day, and I will be here, not stressing out about something not being cleared with me. Okay. Great.
Bye-bye.
And just a little clap. And as you and Gale take your leave, you notice that Sam, sticks around with Xavier. They're going to probably work out trying to get her exhibit back up and running on a different day and work that out with them. And Theo lingers behind in the doorway of the exhibit and shoots daggers at all of you, but you don't see this. And you see him kind of rubbing his head meticulously, the back of his head, and furrowing his brow. And that's where we will end this episode.
No!
Theo wearing a hat. I'm concerned about the shape of Theo's skull.
Escaping Carcosa is brought to you by the Ballad of the Seven Dice Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching Ballad of the Seven Dice. Supporting our Patreon helps us pay for the show, such as hosting, equipment, and additional content for you to enjoy. Our Patreon is Pay What You Want and contains behind-the-scenes updates, audio dramas, one-shots, and more. You can also head over to iTunes and Spotify and leave us a 5-star review. Every review helps us fight against the horrors of the algorithm. Until next time, dear travelers, keep an eye out for the yellow sign.
And is a penetration taster. Wow.
Taster.
Hold on, Lucas.
Taster.
Let's just
Penetration.
Hey,
Okay,
Lucas, don't
okay,
leave that in.
penetration
Take it
taster.
back. Take it back. Hi. Sorry, Lucas.
It's fine. Listen. It wouldn't be our recordings without the shenanigans.
Penetration taster.
About the tasting of the penetration.
Tasting of the...
The more you joke about this, the more likely he is to leave it in. You know that, right?
That's what I'm hoping for. You misunderstand. Wait, I'm gonna start over because I really wish I was gonna say penetration testing again. I was like, that can't actually
That's
be
not your job, no.
That's my
It's
job.
not my job, but that's all I can think about now. Okay, I'm starting over.
Okay, that's a failure, a big failure.
No worries.
No worries, it's all good. It's gonna be fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
This isn't Cthulhu. What are you talking about?
I would like everyone to know that my heart is racing right now, and nothing has happened to me, at least.
Not yet.
Don't know. It was really fun. It was a really fun run, you guys.